Could mutant mosquitoes stop the dangerous Zika virus? Hi, I'm Carl Azus, and that's what's first up on our show today. Zika, as we've told you, can dramatically harm the unborn babies of pregnant women. But mosquitoes also carry malaria, yellow fever, West Nile virus. The insects are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on the planet. And so far, people have been unsuccessful in exterminating them long term. Now, scientists are considering waging biological and genetic warfare against mosquitoes. One option would infect them with bacteria that would stop the growth of viruses, like Zika, inside mosquitoes. Another would use gamma radiation to sterilize male mosquitoes to keep them from reproducing with females. A third possibility, genetically modify male mosquitoes to pass a deadly gene to wild female mosquitoes. Critics say all of these ideas have major problems. They're expensive, they're not proven to work, there are concerns about how they'd impact the environment or the people living in it. An environmentalist with Emory University says it's possible these methods could become useful tools, though not a silver bullet in fighting off man's deadliest enemy. Call them stargazers, sun-seekers, say the moonlight's in their eyes. Thousands of people in the Pacific island nation of Indonesia looked up Wednesday morning to view a total solar eclipse. This is when the moon moves directly between the Earth and the sun. The best view was on the Indonesian island of Sumatra, but the event was partially visible from Hawaii to Malaysia to Australia. The next total solar eclipse is expected on August 21st of next year and would be visible in a narrow part of the U.S.
Watching as the moon blocks out the light from the sun, it can be hard to imagine the amazing cosmic coincidence taking place. The sun's diameter is some 400 times larger than the moon's, but it's just the right distance away to appear the same size. For a couple of minutes, when the sun and moon are perfectly aligned, the moon completely covers the sun's disk. The sun's atmosphere, or corona, can be seen in the dim light along with stars and planets. This so-called totality only exists in a narrow band, where the moon's shadow falls on the Earth. Outside this zone, some observers can see a partial eclipse, where it looks like a chunk has been taken out of the sun. It's not a phenomenon that will last forever. The moon is slowly moving away from the Earth, and one day it will appear too small in the sky to cover the sun completely. If you are lucky enough to see this incredible spectacle, remember, never look directly at the sun, even with everyday sunglasses. You risk causing permanent damage to your eyes.
Know why yesterday's transcript page was awesome? Because it's where we found these 3 schools for our roll call. We're starting in Quezon City. It's in the island nation of the Philippines, and it's where Far Eastern University is watching. Next, to Platinum, Alaska. The miners are here today. Hello to everyone at Arvik School. And our third mention goes to Christian County High School. It's in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We're saluting the colonels. Several parishes in the U.S. state of Louisiana are under a flash flood emergency. As of yesterday morning, they'd gotten between 8 and 14 inches of rain in a short amount of time, with another 3 to 5 inches possible by this morning. Dozens of homes were evacuated. Part of Interstate 20 was shut down. It's because of a slow-moving storm system that's soaking areas in 9 states from Texas to Illinois. When severe weather strikes, the leading cause of death isn't tornadoes or hurricanes, it's flooding, and drivers are in serious danger.
Anytime we have major flooding events, very heavy rainfall, unfortunately the images are all too common of cars being swept right off the road. Many times the driver's still inside and water rescues taking place. It only takes a little bit of water to carry your car off the road. In fact, 6 inches of water will sweep you, me off of our feet. 1 foot of water will float your car, and it only takes 2 feet of water to completely wash your car away. That's why we say it's so important to turn around, don't drown. If you don't know how much water is there, do not drive through it, because it could be deadly.
On the eastern coast of mainland Japan, there are ghost towns. Contaminated by radiation, some of the houses clearly show the damage of the earthquake that struck 5 years ago on March 11th. Some were entirely swept away by the tsunami, the wall of water that washed in from the Pacific afterward. Tomorrow, on the actual anniversary, we're taking you inside one of these abandoned towns. Today, an overview from a drone. Maybe you've had to compete against a brother or sister before. Maybe you've just helped yours train. The Brownlee brothers are living that to the extreme. For one thing, they're triathletes, competitors in an excruciating test of endurance. For another, they took home gold and bronze medals in their sport in the last Olympics, the first time brothers stood on the podium together in an individual sport since 1908.
My name is Johnny Brownlee. I won bronze at the London 2012 Olympic Games.
My name's Alistair Brownlee. I'm the current Olympic and Commonwealth champion. Well, triathlon is a sport where you do three sports, obviously. You swim first, you then bike, and then you run. So you have to change your equipment along the way, and that's all kind of part of the race. Everything we did, from running around in the garden to playing badminton or football or cricket, everything we did. Probably even doing the tidying up.
I think our parents taught us to love being outdoors. The fact that when you go out cycling in the Dales, you can explore new roads. Even now, you find new roads. Just love being outside and being active. Each of us wants to win, and there's only one person that can win. But when we actually start the race, I get a feeling that it's kind of us as a little team against everyone else.
It is team tactics, in that we're both furthering our kind of aims jointly, but it's not like one sacrifices their performance for the other on the day. We're very, very competitive, and we both want to win. But we know that if we help each other through the swim and the bike and even parts of the run, that's our best chance of getting a good result. But once it comes down to the last part of the run, all those bets are off, and we're just racing to win, basically.
Not far from Hawaii, a remotely operated underwater vehicle was recently more than 2 miles under the sea when it cruised up to this, a type of octopus never seen before, and a type that's never been observed this deep. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says this animal doesn't have the type of pigment most other cephalopods have, which gives it a ghost-like appearance. So there's an online push to get it named Casper, because awesome. Of course, there's no way to know if it's friendly. It could be 8-armed and dangerous. That question could haunt scientists for a while. But as far as characteristics go, there's no question it's deep. We'll never know if it pig meant to be discovered. I'm Carl Azuz, plumbing the depths of puns.